Do you think that follow-ups really are more successful, especially to those who say, "Oh, the price is too high. Is it worth it to follow up with them?" And then the other ones who say, "We'll let you know." Like the way I think of it, because I'm also a full-time mom to a 2-year-old, and I also do the dispatching, everything. So like I get busy, and she's a special needs child as well. So I'm like, I don't really have a lot of time to think. Like I get distracted, and then I don't really think of following up. But do you think that it's really, really important to do the follow-ups? And who should I do the follow-ups for? Because a lot of them will be like, it's too expensive, or no, thank you, or we'll let you know. So I'm saying if they're gonna say it's too expensive or no, thank you, why should I follow up with them? But if the ones that say, okay, we'll let you know, I definitely following up makes sense. But what do you think is your take on that?
So with that now, if somebody says too expensive, if you have a counter offer, you could follow up and say, okay, I know I quote you at say 250. I could do 220. Counter offer to see, because when they say it's too expensive, that means they're still looking around. In
Mhm.
Jersey, there's a lot of limo company. So I know once they say it's too
Yeah.
expensive, you're trying to go to the next one. They have like 5 people they talking to. But if the most important ones is the ones that say, okay, let me get back to you. I'm speaking to my family member. That's not a no. That's not a yes. It's right
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
you follow up with them, say, hey, just checking up on you to see how everything's going, to see if you're ready to do the booking. If you have things that you could throw in there, then you throw it in there to sweeten the pie. So they're like, you know what? Yeah, let me think about it a little bit more and do the booking. So yes, it's good to do the follow up. When them say it's too expensive or you're crazy, they will tell you all kind of stuff. You will know the difference between this is a really lost one or this is somebody I could come back to just to see if they still out there looking, and I could sweeten the pot a little bit so they're changing mind from where they're going to.
Thank you.
Yeah. How many leads do you get a day, Lindsay?
So Mark said 250 or 260
In
A
the
day?
past month?
in the last 30 days.
Oh,
So I'm guessing it was 7 or 8 per day
Yeah,
average.
about 8.5 a day or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
so
is a lot, by the way. Like I
Yeah.
know it's over, like, especially look, I have a almost 3-year-old, I know, and you know, yeah, he's not he has a health condition, but yeah, my
Well,
wife is like super busy.
so Mark might get mad at my take or opinion on this, but if you're getting 8 leads per day, I would focus on, I would scroll through them as they come in and focus on, call if you can get a vibe for them, and then focus on 50% of those leads. Because if you can lock in 50% of your daily leads, you're locking in 120 leads a month at
Yeah.
250 roughly. If you can, and that's a hell of a number in my opinion. If you can lock in 50%, so don't overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, totally.
I get leads all the time that I look at and I'm like, to hell with this. I'll tell you right now, my wife thinks I'm crazy, but anything that comes in for April or beyond next month, I'm throwing away. I'm not even doing anything with them because those are going to continue to come. So I would say don't overwhelm yourself on every lead. Don't think you have to follow up and call and do that, because I would think probably 40 to 50% are bogus leads anyways. So find those ones that are what you think are worth your time or make sense for your business. I don't know your business. I don't know your fleet. I don't know anything about it. But I would say focus on those 4. And then your initial conversation is maybe longer than mine. Mine's 30 seconds to a minute. Maybe your initial conversation is 2 minutes. So you're spending 15 minutes a day on 4 genuine good leads. You shouldn't have to follow up because you should know everything about each one of those leads, and you should plant the seed in their head at that point that they're going to call you back with something else.
Yeah.
And they may text with answer. You at that point, then you text them, hey, did you have any other questions? Hey, did you have this? That's fine. And that's a quick text. That's something you can do on the fly when you're changing a diaper or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's nothing. But I wouldn't overwhelm myself on 7-8 leads a day that 40 to 50% of them probably aren't worth your time anyways.
Totally
Yeah.
not. No, I agree. I agree.
I get it. You're gonna say, well, I pay for every single one of them. If I had that mentality, I don't know how many leads I have, 700 and something leads, and I'm closing at 15%. and I've made the numbers that I've made. If I tried to focus on every single one of those, I'd
You go crazy. Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
be
yeah.
insane. It wouldn't work. So I think that if you focus on the leads that make the most sense, your follow-up should run itself.
Yeah.
They should come back to you.
Yes, exactly. Thank you
I
so
like
much.
that.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And yeah. And also, yeah, I feel like just, especially when you're getting that many and you're not responding to some, then you feel guilty. And then it's like, this is a whole thing where it's too much pressure. You have too much going on. It's about being strategic, right? Because most of them aren't. Yeah, if we can find out somehow, maybe I can shorten your window too of how long your ads run, right? And maybe shorten the window. We can discuss that, just because I want you to be not like burned out, right, with too many and overwhelmed, because spending time on the ones that matter, like Jacob said,
It should be quantity over quality. I could get 10, 15 leads a day, and I'm going to focus on 3 or 4 of them. I mean, in your realm, if
or
you're
quality over quantity, you mean?
Quality over quantity, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it should be I mean, in your realm, if you're getting 7 to 8 leads a day, you should be focusing on 3 to 4 of them, and the follow up should follow themselves.
What does that look like? I'm curious. Just looking at the job details. Sorry, Dwight, didn't mean to recommend. I'm just, as a follow up, because should it be the ones that will actually like hop on the phone, or what? Like, what do you? Have you noticed that, Jacob? Are the ones that are generally the better clients more apt to answer the call and hop on the phone with you, or have you noticed any?
So I mean, I'm looking at mine right now, right? So I'm looking at one right now that just came in, the last one that just came in. If you want to pull my thing up and show them from a Dana Chapman.
Sure.
Demographically, and I don't know how to, I'm not politically correct, so don't take any offense to what I say, but demographically, you know the area in which you live, right? And when
totally.
Your pickup locations are maybe some of the more challenged regions of your area, or your drop-off locations are some of the areas that we don't want to go, or for example, it's some sort of a show or a venue that the type of people that go there, right? If I'm looking for someone from my area, the upper area is the Paradise Valley, Scottsdale, Gilbert area. I get something from there that's going to a restaurant. I know they're probably right. So when I'm looking at these leads, if you know your area and you know the demographics of your area, you know about what you're going to be dealing with. And I'll give you an example. Through COVID, our drivers started saying, and believe it or not, Mark can attest to this, we were running through COVID. I mean, that's when I learned this system, pretty much. We were killing it through COVID. And we started getting complaints from drivers saying, hey, the limos aren't fitting in these. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're picking up at trailer parks, and we're picking up at low income housing, and we're picking up in condos, and we're picking up in all these areas. Then I realized what was going on. All these people that the government was giving free money to were booking limos because they weren't working. They weren't doing anything else. And they were going to, and as I started piecing all of this together, and again, I mean, no offense by anything, but you guys get what I'm talking about, right? As I started piecing all of these pieces together, I got a better look at the puzzle. The limos are coming back dirtier. They're trashed inside. People are jumping around. People are throwing their trash. People are
low income zip codes, right? I've got, in Chicago, I've had plenty of clients that say, let's not target low income zip codes, because look, it's just, if you're going to get less people booking, and the ones that do are more price sensitive, then it's like, it's just makes sense that you would,
and so that's what I look for. Where are they coming from? Where are they going to? What are they trying to do? Are they going, are we picking up at 2 a.m. from a rave? Because I don't want any part of that. Like, that's not even worth my time. Like, that's a lead that, we got the Rawhide Festival out here. I'm not even looking at that. I'm not picking up at 2 a.m. One, I'm never going to find the person. Two, they're probably too drunk to even call a driver at that point. Like, I don't want any part of that. So if that's one of your 8 leads, throw that thing out. You know, if there's a 4 a.m. airport trip, and you know and it's 4 a.m. on a Saturday or Sunday, and you know your drivers are out late, throw it out. You want no part of that. So now you're down to 6. And I just look at, you know, I just look at kind of the demographics of where they're picking up, where they're going, what's going on in the valley. And
over on my side with that is, if you see a trip coming for 11, 12, that's a Jewish wedding. They just do wedding at nighttime like nobody asleep.
Oh, whoa.
That's Assyrians too, right? Assyrians too. They're gonna go to 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, last night I did. No, not last night. The night before, I did 11:30 pickup to drop off 45 minutes that I charged them $800. They like, oh, it's just a drop off. I said, listen, you're still gonna get charged the full price because the vehicle that you're looking for is not my black.
Yeah, this isn't Vegas, right? We don't have stuff just sitting outside.
You're gonna pay for it at the price it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of them, what they like to do, they like to book and then drive around, and if you're not paying attention, you pick up in Jersey, you end up in Brooklyn somewhere. So you have to be like, listen, I need a pickup address and a drop off. Nothing is gonna change.
Exactly.
Yep. Like, oh, we booked for 4 hours and wherever. No, where are you going?
I still ask for itinerary. Yeah. I'm like, send me
I never even thought about that.
Send me a description.
But
yeah, because what if they're going to a bad area as well?
You need to be on the phone talking to them because you need all the information. What's your pickup address? What's your drop-off address?
Yeah.
And that's knowing
what the drop-off address says now. So okay, I need to know before the trip, because if it's somewhere that I don't want to send a driver or I don't want to go.
Yeah, like a 40-mile radius minimum or like, you know, maximum. So
that's knowing. That's what I'm talking about knowing your demographic. There's some where, you know, it's two. They book a 2 to 6. I don't even ask for an itinerary. You know, I'm picking up in Paradise Valley. I don't care where they're going because I know they're not going far. I know they're old, whatever. But if I'm starting a trip at midnight, I damn sure want to know where we're going or what we're doing. So, and if and to be honest, if it's a midnight lead that comes in, it's going in the circle file because I want nothing to do with it. It's not worth my time. So
well, when I build up to your level, then I could do that. Right now, I gotta answer everything that comes in, so I can't.
No, for sure. Everyone's at a look. I mean, I think everyone agrees as you like grow, like these days I'm pickier with clients, you know, and I can kind of tell based on like how they talk about things. Are they someone who takes accountability? Are they someone who's like, you know, I'm gonna get this done? You know, that's what I want to work with. Even if they're, you know, a smaller operator, I'd prefer to work with someone like that with the right mindset. And so, you know, it's the same probably for all businesses. You just want to have good clients, you know, or not really bad ones when you're starting out, right? But you can only be so picky in the beginning, right?